Do I really need a Medicare supplement plan? That's a question that comes up quite often. Hi, I'm Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. Yeah, like I said, it does come up quite often. People say, why don't I just take original Medicare and that's it? Because after all, I don't have to pay anything for Part A, and that's true in most cases, and Part B is quite nominal. Why do I even need a Medicare supplement plan? Well, the truth is you don't need one. You may want one, but you don't need a supplement plan. You're not required to buy a supplement plan. You're not required to buy a drug plan. You're not required to buy a Medicare Advantage plan. You're not even required to buy original Medicare, sign up for Part B. But again, you may want to. Let me explain to you in just a few minutes. Let me explain to you why you may want a supplement plan. With original Medicare, first off, there are no networks, none at all. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. That's not a political promise. It's the absolute truth, because almost every doctor in the United States and every hospital accepts Medicare patients. So you don't have to worry about am I in network, am I out of network. If I go see this doctor, am I out of network? Does that mean the claim's going to get paid? You don't have to worry about any of that. So original Medicare is different from Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage does have networks, got a lot of moving parts to it. Your list of providers can change from year to year. In some cases, they can even change during the year. So if you want a less complicated life, let's put it like that, then original Medicare is probably going to be best for you. But this is something you have to decide. I'm not going to decide it for you. I'm not going to tell you this is what you need to do. That's just not my style. But original Medicare is probably something you want to look at. Okay, now why do you need a supplement plan? It's also known as Medigap. Medigap and Medicare supplement, interchangeable terms, just like Kleenex and tissue. Well, again, you may not need it, but you probably want it. And let me tell you why. Let's look at outpatient expenses. Everybody thinks, well, if I have a big claim and I'm in the hospital, oh my gosh, I'm going to have thousands of dollars out of pocket. Chances are you're not going to have that, even with just original Medicare alone. For 2019, there's a $1,300 and some odd per admission deductible. And then everything that is incurred in the hospital and billed by the hospital for the next 60 days is covered at no charge to you in most cases after you've paid that deductible. So $1,300, big deal. Most people that have large claims, they're going to be incurred on an outpatient basis. I'll give you an example. My wife fell back in January and broke her hip. She's still working. She's covered under her group insurance plan. Her bills to date, we're 3 months, a little over 3 months later, her bills to date have been close to $80,000. About $30,000 of that was in the hospital. The rest of it, the other $50,000, was all billed as outpatient. So you tell me, and she was only in the hospital for 5 days or 6 days maybe. So you tell me, where are the majority of your claims on a large claim, and I consider the $80,000 to be a large claim, where your out-of-pocket expense is going to be? Well, it's going to be outpatient. How does the outpatient Part B of Medicare work? There's a $185 calendar year deductible. After that, Medicare pays 80%, you're responsible for the other 20%. 20% doesn't sound like a whole lot until you say 20% of $50,000, which is, again, what my wife incurred when she fell and broke her hip. Well, $10,000 is pretty significant to most people. Unlike the health insurance that you've had in the past, whether it's through an employer, you had an individual plan, or more recently an Obamacare plan, when you get into the coinsurance area, the 20%, there is no out-of-pocket limit. As I tell people, under original Medicare alone, after you have satisfied your Part B deductible, you pay 20% until you either get better, you run out of money, or you die. Well, those are not real good options. Well, the getting better part is, but it may cost you several $1,000s to get better unless you have a Medicare supplement plan. The supplement plan picks up expenses approved by Medicare but not paid by Medicare because of deductibles and coinsurance. So, do you need a Medicare supplement plan? Do you need a Medigap plan? That's something you decide. But I will tell you this, they're currently, and this is May of 2019, there are currently about 50 carriers writing Medicare supplement business in Georgia. If you go to most websites, if you talk to a lot of different agents and so forth, you're only going to see 2 or 3 carriers. That's it. You come to me and I'm going to show you all of them. I mean, it's pretty simple. So that you don't have to worry, am I missing something? Is there, could maybe I have gotten a better rate if I had gone somewhere else? So here's my motto. Give me 10 or 15 minutes by phone. Give me a chance to answer your questions. If you like what I say, if the information seems to be relevant and it resonates with you, then let's talk about doing business. If you don't feel comfortable with me or my approach, well, that's okay. We can just go our separate ways, and that's fine. It's really all up to you. I'm not going to hound you and keep calling you and say, please, 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 bye. No, I don't do that. I'll either earn your trust and earn a right to your business, or I won't. It's that simple. But I love to help people. I have been in the Medicare business for the last 10 years. I've been in the health insurance business for over 40 years. I'm on Medicare myself. You're not going to find that combination anywhere else. So this is my invitation. Hope to hear from you. This is Bob Vineyard, Georgia Medicare Minute. You take care. Have a great day.